Hey folks, Quill18 here, and I am so happy to be back playing some more Dwarf Fortress. It has been some time since the last episode I recorded because I've been away on holidays, and then on my way back, I got sick. I'm still recovering. There may be a few coughs and sniffles in this video, and I apologize for that, but I am starting to feel a little bit better, which is great. Now, there's been a little bit of a time skip between the last episode and this one. I've been letting the game go on and just advance a few things. Nothing exciting has happened. We've gotten a migrant wave, and we've gotten a few trading things, and I've gone and expanded a little bit of our production capacities over here, which we'll talk about in just a second. Now, I said there's nothing exciting that happened. I guess there was maybe one little thing. I think at the end of the last episode, we started a strange mood. Someone claimed a leather worker's workshop, and they wanted leather, and I don't think we had any leather. I did try to go and butcher some creatures real quick to get some going, but I don't think I either noticed in time or too much time spent at the end of the last episode or something, and as a result, our dwarf who got the strange mood did not complete their artifact, fell into a melancholy, and then eventually starved to death. So right over here, Renouf. I'm so sorry, Renouf, that we didn't get you your materials. Now, in response to that, after the next human caravan came, I bought like, I don't know, 20,000 dwarf bucks worth of leather or something like that. So we should be sitting on a ton of it. Although that then also made me realize that our leather working queue, like we're so far behind on all of our leather goods. We only had the one leather worker's workshop. So I've gone ahead and built a few more over here. And I've also made sure we've got a few more leather workers. Now they're not terribly skilled, but I've got 5 people set now to leatherworking. The other thing that happened is I've gone and extended our farming area a little bit, and I've got a lot more people on farming duties, which is mostly going to result in a lot of pigtails being planted, which is great, especially since both the human caravan and especially the dwarven caravan, I bought a bunch of plants and meat and fish and things from that. So the plants in particular means we're probably not planting a bunch of plump helmets, which is going to leave things open for pigtail, which is great because we need a lot of cloth stuff going on as well. In fact, I suspect we don't really have, we have like one clothier's, right? Where... Yeah, dyer shop, loom, clothier shop. I suspect that's not going to be enough either. I mean, interestingly enough, there's nothing queued up in the loom. Although maybe it's because we didn't have the pigtails coming in. I did buy some thread from the trade caravans, but maybe not enough. I'm going to go ahead and construct at least one more loom. I don't know, maybe 2 looms and then 2 clothier's workshops. I don't care too much about the dye. But then... hang on a second. Did we never set up dedicated people for our clothing industry? Well, I'll be. All right. Let's find you in the list somewhere. So we need weavers. Weaving. And we need clothiers, cloth making, right there. Cloth. Cloth makers? Is there an E? Well, clothes making. Cloth maker? I guess we could have gone clothes makers. I think that's fine. So, spinner. We're definitely going to put Parawit in here. Banana Cabana's in the military. Oh, I've expanded the military too, which we're going to talk about. So I'm not going to assign you. Well, most of our people are pretty assigned to things. Lord Warfire over here. Mayor, Diagnostician. Well, there's going to be a few people with like medical stuff because of our guilds. So it might be fine to do this. Although, before I do that, if we go down to our hospital, which is over here, we have a dedicated surgeon. Yeah, okay. Shadok Vow. You were also assigned to something else. I don't know what this 4 is, or sorry, 6. But I'm going to assign you here. Oh, autosave. Excuse me. And then Bone Doctor. There you go. Jock over here. We'll send you there. Okay, Shadok. We go here and search for you. Labors. Oh, you were set the gem setting. You know, you could probably have both. Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. All right, but Weavers still would like a second one in here. Oh, but Classic Brad, we didn't set you anything. Okay, so there we go. We'll get you thrown in. Technically, I guess I've got 3 weaving shops, but we'll just start with that. And then the clothes makers, legendary clothier, perfect. And militia, wrestler. See, these are all in the military because I have been expanding that. Earth Bison could be a weaponsmith. Let's take a look. Should we put you in here? This should be sorted by skill. And the fact that you're not anywhere near the top of the list here makes me think you're not much of a weaponsmith. So, where were you? Right, because these are all in the military. Surgeon. Right over here. All right. Oh, craft dwarf. Okay, no. Hunter. Potash maker. There we go. Okay. So not very skilled at it, but it's going to be okay. We've expanded. We've gotten an extra request. Actually, sorry. We didn't get a new request for a guild hall. Well, hello. Things are getting spicy all of a sudden. That's great. Didn't get attacked a single time while I was playing. So nice to see that. I think we got 1 snatcher show up. We did get some requests for some upgraded guild halls. We also did get a request for a new temple over here, the Tufted Temple. This is the Doctrines of Sinking, and they actually wanted the temple complex right away. So that was fine. We did that. I'm also getting the other temples over here ready to go. They haven't been requested or anything like that, but they'll be in place when we need to get there. I dug out the extra space for more tombs, although we currently don't need it, so we may not worry about it. Nothing has really happened with our legal floor. And if we go way down at the bottom, first of all, I did expand our staircase over here to make it easier for people to get all the way down to our magma smelting area, but otherwise things are sort of just going and doing their own thing. Yeah, we're not going to parlay. Done. So we've got a siege. So let's go, and we're going to do our standard things. We're going to activate our civilian alert here. Again, civilian alerts are something that are built into Dwarf Fortress, but the Steam version doesn't have a proper UI for it for some reason, so you have to use dfhack to access it. I'm sure it's coming here. So, do the cats... I guess they don't care about the zone orders. Maybe if they were pets, maybe, but domesticated, maybe not. I mean, you can't herd cats. Okay, so people are coming inside, so I think we're going to go ahead and pull this lever. Oh! Hang on. No, cancel. Cancel. Still some people coming in. There's a stack of 2s. Oh, another one. Okay, hopefully that's the last person out on the surface. Try to pull the lever again. No, it's not the last person! Where the heck? Why was everyone all over the place? Oh, it's already been pulled. All right. It's going to be a race. Nope. Long Strider is stuck outside. All right. Let's try to open it again. Let's get our troops near the front. And actually, I haven't checked to see how many enemies there are. Well, it might be manageable. Okay, someone should be pulling the lever for the bridge. There it is. Long Strider's going to get inside. Ooh, okay. Strange mood. Not the most convenient time. Okay. Hopefully now everyone's inside. Pull the lever again. Stoneworkers Workshop. Okay. There, that's up. We can cancel those orders. And we're going to clear the civilian alert. Civilians can run around wherever they want, but obviously not here. Okay, so now, if we take a look at where these invaders even are, so buzzing around here, theoretically, they should be encountering our archers. I suppose with the archers, I could explicitly station them over here. And hopefully they'll be doing some shooting. These guys are running over here. Some will hopefully run into these traps. There we go. Oh, I just realized. Oh, no, that's okay. I was going to say, I never built an overhang here that stopped people from climbing up the walls. But no, everything's floored up. Everything's sealed in, which is good. All right, well, these numbers are going down immediately. And there's a chance we could fight them. We should take a look at our equipment situation here. So yes, I did go and make a number of new squads. So we're up to 4 squads now, because we did get a lot of migrant waves, and people are starting to be equipped. But I remember these light armor squads here, a lot of it is leather gear and stuff, and we had a big slowdown on the leather gear stuff. I think actually our steel industry was going so much better than anything else. So they're just buzzing around. We could probably take them, but let me cancel the station. Because in theory, the slivers here, we've got constant training. They should be hanging around the tower. So if anyone happens to become visible, they might get shot at. And otherwise, we're in relatively good shape. We can seal ourselves off. There's not even going to be a trade caravan now. We could wait out the siege without fighting them. I am eager to go and start attacking on the surface here, but we, I would like to get my troops kitted out first. Smelting, forging. How many people do we have working as weaponsmiths and armorsmiths? Oh, hello. We could get some more armorers. Okay, let's do it. I mean, I would like to concentrate the skills so we get some high quality armor, but we also do have to burn through more crafting here. And yeah, there's nowhere near as much demand for weapon making, because everyone only needs one weapon as opposed to multiple different pieces of armor. So, and arguably maybe the weapon quality is more important than the armor quality. I don't know if that's true, but maybe. So we'll see. Any demands from our nobles? Make spears. I don't think I've dealt with that, so let's go and add a couple of steel spear jobs over here. I think I've got constant spear making, but I'll still go and respond by doing that. Yeah, and I think we can just wait out the siege. All right. Other than that, we do have a bunch of cage critters here waiting to be squooshed. That includes... Oh, I didn't want to click on the bridge. Oh, here. That includes, we do have a caged elf right here. Look at that. I'm assuming it was an elf that was part of a goblin squad at some point. But yeah, they're all ready to get smooshed by our bridge here. And, you know, some old clothes and stuff too. Excuse me again. For those of you who haven't been watching the other videos or live streams, yeah, coming back from my recent family trip, I don't know when it was exactly that I caught whatever it is, which is probably a flu or, you know, that COVID stuff, just because it's lasted quite a long time and with quite a fever. I don't think it was just a cold. It could have been on the plane, because there was a family next to me on the plane where 2 of the people in it were coughing constantly, which was great. And they weren't wearing masks, which would have been very helpful. I'm a little salty about it. Not because, you know what, like I can suck it up and deal with being sick, but the problem is it's really interfered with coming back and recording videos. If I'd gotten sick at like another random time, it might not have been so bad, but it's getting sick after being away for like 11 days and being out of backlog content for the channel. It was very frustrating. Oh, I did carve out some new bedrooms over here, and they are starting to be furnished, which is great. We're waiting on a lot of bed. Is there any chance we're out of wood? No, we've got wood. Okay. I think we've only got 1 carpenter's workshop, and I think that's okay. I don't think we necessarily have to speed up anything else. You know, I don't think there's a lot of goblins running around on the surface anymore. Okay, there's still more than I thought. Oh, here's a question. How do we strip the gear off of our prisoners? Isn't there a way to do that? To have dumped their items? Because I'd love to smelt down all this this goblinite. I think there is a way to do that. I might have to look that up between episodes. Maybe before I'm going mush these goblins. Or maybe I won't worry about it for those, but we are getting a lot of prisoners who are relatively well equipped here from this siege. Any combat notes? That's sparring. I mean, these might all be... Yeah, all right. Deflected. Oh, these are ashen bolts. They're not metal bolts. Are we making regular metal bolts? I don't know if we are. I felt like we were. Wooden bolts. Now, I may have missed it, but I think it's possible that we're not. Let's put in an order for some copper bolts to start with. Actually, I think this will give the weaponsmith some work. Now, this is how many jobs there are. I don't know how many bolts get made per job. Maybe I should check the wiki for it. Dwarf Fortress. How many bolts per job? Let me just look that up. See if someone... each job will produce 25. Oh, wait. 25 wooden bolts from a single log. Or 25 bolts from a single metal bar. So this ask of 10 should give me 250 copper bolts, which is a large amount, but certainly not an infinite amount. Let's put in 20 and do that. Now, I think the material of the bolts does matter. And I suspect steel bolts are probably the better ones, but I'll save the steel for our regular equipment. As long as they're made out of metal, it should help somewhat. And I'm assuming we have a decent amount of copper sitting around, or at least the ability to smelt a lot more. Well, we only have 17 bars, actually. Let's just do this job 10 times. Use 10 bars. And maybe I will ask for steel bars, because we are making a lot of steel. Okay, done. I wonder if adamantine bolts are actually the best. I mean, does the weight of the material matter? Or is it just the sharpness and edge keeping for piercing? If the weight matters, then adamantine bolts aren't going to be good. If it doesn't matter, but the sharpness and edge keeping does, then they might be the best. Although, probably a waste to do it. Oh, hello. Yes. Keep walking up here. Now, okay, melting some stuff down. That's good. We still have that going on. Kind of part of our training thing, right? We're melting down. I did go and change the requirements on these. I went and I'm no longer smelting the finely crafted stuff, although I probably will start that again. But the idea is to do this as a training thing, right? Make metal items, melt them down if they're not high quality enough, and repeat. Actually, I realize for the armor, because we do have kind of a lot of crap armor smiths, and we need a lot of armor made, I did lower it. But the weapons, we only got the one, and he's fairly high skilled. So I was going to say, if he borks, if he doesn't make someone that's at least superior quality weapon, then yeah, we can melt that down. And I'm realizing we've got this big backlog for armor, but most of it is probably leather rather than the steel stuff. So maybe I could keep being aggressive on that. All right. I've convinced myself. There you go. We only keep stuff that's at least superior quality. Done, done, done. So yeah, I suspect we are going to get in trouble a little bit if we go and fight those goblins. We could beat them, but because so many of our dwarves don't have their armor on, I would be kind of concerned about injuries. Yeah, that's really missing a lot of armor. Hey, where's all the military gone? Oh, they're updating their equipment. What else? I did mine out some more magnetite area over here. I don't think we were actually low on stuff, but I'm like, oh, what the heck? Let's do it. And then the exploratory tunnel that's leading down, 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 where miraculously we did avoid cavern 1 and 2, which, again, we may want to pop into, but I've been holding off just because then we'd have to deal with forgotten beasts, and things like that. And, you know, this way we can just concentrate on building up our military to be ready to do invasion somewhere else. It doesn't mean we're not accessing underground water supply, as well as proper cavern farms, which are very productive, but it is saving us a lot of trouble. Spear, millstone. rock millstone, steel spear. I think it was one of each, wasn't it? One spear, one millstone. Yeah, okay, good. Keep that going on. And eventually the siege will break if we don't want to go out and deal with them. Although, a few more of them keep getting captured, bits at a time. Oh, here they go. They're making another pass over here. Come over here. Walk into my traps, please. Oh, there you go. Yes. Maybe? Nope. Oh, there we go. There we go. Two more got captured. Do they run away after the traps trigger? I guess it kind of makes sense, right? You're seeing your allies trigger some traps and get stuck. You know, okay, I don't actually want this to happen because it would absolutely like break our defensive balance. But it would not be unreasonable to say that in these situations, why can't the raiders go and attack the cages and break out their buddies? I mean, I'm so happy they don't. But it would be reasonable if they did. It would certainly make this a little bit less cheesy and defensible, but you'd have to change the balance of the game in so many other ways. Or we start using fewer cage traps, which are admittedly OP, but then build some more weapon type traps. More spike traps and things like that. Are we planting pump helmets in here? I mean, it looks like there's something in there. Oh, maybe those are harvested plump helmets, but they haven't been hauled. That might be the case. Oh, the siege broke. Yeah, the indicator's gone. All right, pull the lever, Kronk. And we'll collect all our cages, reset our traps. Beautiful. What are we planting here? Quinoa. Is that a real plant? What is quinoa? Quinoa. Oh! It's like similar to quinoa. Similar in character and uses to the closely related quinoa. And it's called quinoa. Quinoa. Okay. Although here, I don't know if quinoa is a thing in Dwarf Fortress itself. So they may have just used that as the one crop in this case. Excuse me so much. I need a cough button I can hold to mute the mic very conveniently. I don't have a setup that's exactly like that. Which is why you guys sometimes hear me sneeze too. All right, midwinter. Leather is happening, which is good because this is still the big armor thing we're missing. I wonder, can we check to see how much leather we've got? Have we burned through all of our leather? Because that would show up in here, wouldn't it? Doesn't show up somewhere else, I would think. I bought so much from the merchants. Jeez. Oh. Oh no! Our strange mood dwarf. We got another strange mood that didn't finish. Probably someone who wanted leather. Oh no! And in the siege, I lost track of that. The pop-up came while I was in the middle of organizing something. I didn't check their materials, but again, if they needed leather, we wouldn't have it. Okay, we've got to start skinning goblins. Okay, right. So, Dwarf Fortress. What am I looking up here? How to strip prisoners? Disarming caged prisoners. Okay, strip your prisoners en masse in original DF. Controls are quite different from many things in Steam version. Took me a bit. So this is a Reddit post by Pet. Great name. Okay, in short, what you need to do is get the caged creature in stockpile, drag the dump tool over all the cages, wait for the caged creatures to be dumped, unlock the dump. Dwarves return the cages to your stockpile without their items. This differs from the original DF because you have to let your dwarves carry the cages to the dump. Hold on. So I've already done that, right? I've got the cage stockpile. I issued these guys to be dumped. Well, hold on. I didn't use the dump tool, which would be here. Because what I did is I clicked on the cage, like this one over here, and then clicked dump here. But I'm wondering if it is different, because by doing this with the box select, if it's tagging things to be dumped differently. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. Well, someone's definitely coming over here. Are you stripping all the stuff off? I think you are. Ah. Okay. I think all the goblins and things are being stripped off right now. And then presumably what I have to do is reclaim now. So come here. And then, yeah, unforbid. Now, this is also going to unforbid some worn out clothing that had been dumped in this area, which is kind of annoying. But let's do it. Still a lock icon. Someone may have just decided to drop another piece of clothes while they were here. Or are they immediately... Why is this immediately forbidden? Maybe when we... Maybe some of the stuff was still weirdly in the cage. And so when we reclaim the cage, they remove the actual items from it, but then they keep those locked? That seems nonsensical. There you go. All right. Okay, we can probably do this smoother. So the one issue is that right now people, mostly because of a DF hack thing that we've got going on, right? We've got a script that's running that's making the dwarves explicitly go and drop their heavily worn out clothing. Because normally they hold on to that stuff forever, which is a little frustrating. And you can go to an individual dwarf and then try to look at their clothes and try to like make some tweaks over there, but it's really a pain in the butt. So we have a script that's running that when clothing gets really worn out on a dwarf, they're told to dump it so that they can go and equip some brand new clothes and feel good about themselves. But that stuff is being dumped over here. Okay, so now these cages are back here. Now, what I could do is dump these cages again. Hey, look at this guy. But presumably they don't have any gear left on them anymore. So I could tell them to be dumped again. So that, so we could just mash them. Maybe I'll just wait. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and pull this lever now. Hopefully no one's going to come and drop some clothes off right now. I'm just going to match the clothes that's here. Right? This is all totally worn out stuff that we don't care about, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. So let's mash that out of existence. Oh! See, this is exactly what I was worried about. I can't control what gets dumped here. It's just dump for everything. Wait, someone else coming to dump? I'm just got to keep an eye out if everyone's going for that lever. Okay, they are, but nope. Okay. No, someone else dumping their clothes. No. 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 The lever's already been pulled and they're going to dump there. Let me... Oh, there. That's what I need to do is... Shit. So, I guess someone who's already coming to dump... I forgot you could pause the dump. Someone who's already coming to dump does not change their mind with this. See, people are still coming to dump over here despite the fact that this is paused. Okay, let me Let's try not to do that in the future. So we just lost someone. I think it was a 10-year-old child. Just got Dwarven Atom Smashed. Okay, I'm going to assume no one else is coming to do this right now. Lifting the bridge is going to fling this into space, which might destroy it or might just move stuff around. Okay, just move stuff around. So we can undo this. So we're going to need a slab. I think I've got a job. Making new stuff. I guess we're going to have to wait to see a ghost show up. And then we'll have to go and do an engrave. In my tomb area. So no, I don't have a pre-placement of slabs ready to go. We could use one of these branches to do that. Let me do this. So, furniture, slab, engraved only. So what I'm going to do here is I'm setting up a job that whenever we have an engraved slab, it'll get installed here at that time. Okay. Sparrowhawk has been missing. So Sparrowhawk is who we have to go and engrave for. Right there. So as soon as that engraving gets done, they'll go and get installed there. And I'm assuming I have an automatic job for slab stuff. I must have one because it wouldn't let me queue it up. Maybe I don't. Oops. What did I just click on? We don't need that instrument, thank you. Rock slab. And this is definitely fine at 1 per day. And just keep 2 or 3 around, that's fine. Okay, so this is going to keep blank rock slabs all the time. And then I can go on demand, do the engraving. All right. Well, that was unfortunate. Someone might become a little bit salty here. Notice we can't look at the red-faced one. That's our dwarf that broke from not being able to complete an artifact. Now, Supernova's not entirely happy here either. You're Miller. Like, what's your deal? Lonely, bored, lonely. Well, why aren't you spending time with this? You're not in the military. You're not actually assigned to a crazy labor. Theoretically, you can spend more time off. I guess I can do an enforced vacation for a bit. Maybe I should. People must be busy. They're not getting around to resetting these cage traps. Like, what are you up to? Planting seeds, drink, store item. Are you looking for logs that have been cut? Yes, okay. I guess the auto chop doesn't really look at the proximity of things. Because ideally what I should be doing is chopping down these trees here so people don't have to go as far. I guess I could set up a zone for the auto chop. Then maybe we won't worry about it. All right, all these crops have been done. Food's great. Drink numbers, actually, it's probably fine. Oh, spears 2, millstones 2 more. Okay. We have 174 dwarves, and they're all kind of busy. Which is nice to see them so productive. But it's also kind of crazy that we have so many dwarves and we've got these like outstanding jobs. Like, we do kind of want those traps reset in the not too distant future, please. Yeah, okay. So Ekren's here is the one who had the strange mood, and unfortunately they're just going to dehydrate or starve to death. Oh, we have no steel bar sitting around. Oh. I mean, that should be happening. Pig iron. And we have a good number of furnace operators. Yes. Yeah, there we go. I've got 7 assigned over here. Countess, none of them have a military title. No, good, okay. So they should be fairly busy doing this. I mean, it's a long walk down to the basement. There's not really any way to avoid that, unfortunately, for ourselves. Yarn. Nothing is happening. Nothing to catch there. That's fine. Yeah, we've got that Fisher Dwarf just to get a few random stuff going on. Our refuse stockpile is surprisingly empty. There we go. Some stuff is getting tossed out now. It's not that big of a stockpile, and considering the number of dwarves we have going on over here, I was sort of expecting more refuse to be sitting around. Is the trade depot empty? No. Tons of stuff in there still waiting to be picked up. Well, that's part of what's keeping our dwarves very busy here. What are you up to? Making a rock mug? Okay. Got a rock salt. We traded. Our mugs were worth so much with the encrusted stuff. I think we had one mug worth like 4,000 dwarf bucks or something like that. The last time we had some merchants, which is great. Oh, I think what we'll do is we'll put a cut in here. We've gotten some excitement. Still hoping we can go raiding soon. Like this squad, Limbs of Silver, have been around for a while. You're waiting for leather tunics. And yeah, I think this leather shortage keeps being a thing. We've got a good number of yaks. Excuse me again. Jeez, okay, I have to end this episode. We got a good number of yaks. I can check on our butchering rules and stuff to make sure that's still happening okay. Or maybe what we need to do is hold off on the butchering a little bit and actually increase these numbers just so that the birth rates happen a little bit faster, right? Like delay now, but try to maintain a larger pool of things. Yeah, maybe. Oh, we have huge numbers. Is no one getting around to doing the butchering? Am I no longer... Oh, I stopped running auto butcher. That's part of it. Okay, so tons of stuff are about to get butchered. For good or for ill. Folks, thanks a lot for watching another episode. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.